Welcome back to the Creator Club career mode on FIFA 22. We are nearly at the January transfer window with just a few games in the month of December in the way. West Ham, Watford and Chelsea today. Fulham, Leicester and Manchester United tomorrow. And this month will give us a real idea by the end of it as to what our aspirations are for the rest of the season. We're currently 14th, but we have a game in hand on some teams above us and we're only 3 points off 8th. Only 6 points off the European spots. We're also only 5 points off bottom. So it could go any which way between now and the end of the month, let alone now and the end of the season. West Ham are currently below us in the league. We've not been conceding that many goals this season, but we have been conceding regularly. Not many clean sheets. A 0-0 against Norwich. A 1-0 against Southampton. And outside of that, nada. 2 clean sheets in all competitions by this point in the season. Not the best. So, we haven't been leaking a lot of goals. We just haven't been keeping clean sheets either. Nor have we been scoring a massive amount of them. So, we need to score a couple more, concede a couple less, and the points will start to accrue very quickly indeed, I think. So let's start with a trip to the London Stadium. Take it one game at a time. West Ham today in 16th. Watford are also underneath us at the bottom of the table. Fulham and Leicester also underneath us in the table as well. So both today and tomorrow are basically 2 lesser sides and 1 big team. 6 points at least from each episode? I hope so. Off we go. K-Mac in goal for the Hammers. Buta, Holgate, Manolas and Masuaku as the back 4. Samu Costa and Ekwai Elimbi in midfield. Robert Sko, Benrahma and Johan Wissa on the left with Luis Muriel up top. Luis Muriel is going to be really dangerous. Johan Wissa has been fantastic in real life for Brentford, even if he wasn't spectacular for us in the career mode save we did on FIFA 21. Couple of changes for me, not many. Ashkenazi starts at cam. His first start for the club. Masson is in at right back. Then Brereton Diaz is in on the left-hand side of the front 3. The game against Watford is in just a few days' time, so we are going to have to manage the squad accordingly. It's a busy month of December. Not as busy as it could have been, should we still be competitive in the Carabao Cup, but that competition is behind us now. We would like to do well in the FA Cup when January comes around, so I want to try and manage the squad as best I can between now and then. Koretsky does that a lot. I don't know whether you guys have noticed. He makes some good saves, but he does get knocked off his feet quite a lot. I'm not sure what his balance stat is, or whether that's affecting it at all. What is his balance? Balance of 39. I genuinely don't know if that makes much of a difference. Agility of 43 as well. I'm not sure, but he gets knocked off his feet a lot. He's been good. Not a world beater, but certainly an improvement on Zach. Oh, dear me. An improvement on Zach Carr. Jesus, the acceleration from Billy Gilmore to get to that was pretty nuts. Unfortunately, still, we've lost possession. I'll step so he's offside, and that loses him the opportunity to play that out wide. But still, they do get it to Robert Sko, who's jinked past me nicely. Muriel finds only Lewis Ferguson. So I'm hoping we can do well in this one against West Ham. But they are a side that have quite a bit of talent in their team. Luis Muriel is dangerous. How this West Ham starting 11 is where it is in the table, I'm not entirely too sure. But to be fair, you could probably say that about our squad and our team. We're certainly, on paper, average rating-wise, probably top half. But struggling to get ourselves the points consistently enough to stay there. Driven nicely to Riley McGree. Ashkenazi was on his right. Should go back to Riley McGree because he's in a good spot here and he's on his left and he got caught from behind, but he has managed to squeeze it home, picking the ball up as it floats in mid-air. I was trying to celebrate. That's a finish, you know. That's a hell of a finish. He's done remarkably well there. I love actually how our kit matches the Premier League ball. The touch is quite heavy, but the way he's kind of stumbled as he's taken it, that actually looks like a really realistic animation. I love that. Caught from behind, underneath the keeper's legs, and he's stumbling and he's... Oh, no, down I go. Arguably, if that hadn't gone in, we might have been awarded a penalty there. But his first goal of the season, Riley McGree, normally scores more regularly than that once every 14 games. His first goal of the Premier League season gives us a 1-0 lead at the London Stadium. And despite West Ham's early pressure, we're the first side to find the goal. Ferguson looking down the line for Riley. And Randy and Ketatson, lovely spin. Bit of space here. Oh, it was worth a go. I just held my breath because I wasn't sure whether it was on target or not. Half expecting the block that didn't come. Then the keeper didn't really make any attempt to dive for it, and it was unsure as to where that was actually flying. Did unfortunately fly quite a way wide, but it opened up nicely for us there as we were breaking through, and Ashkenazi's done well to win that header. Oh, but Ben Brereton's touch is just a little bit too heavy, unfortunately. Wait and see what Ashkenazi actually does for us. Hopefully, he's a player that can grow quite well. We saw that he was half decent already, but his stats supposedly had peaked at 76 rated. So I don't know if we'll get much more growth out of him, but he's certainly a decent squad player to have. Perhaps a loan spell would have been better for him, but you guys asked that he stay and be involved in the squad, so stay and be involved in the squad he is, and hopefully it won't be long before he gets himself involved in dynamic potential and gets some growth under his belt. Annoyingly, he's one of those players that are born after the date that mucks up. Oh, Riley McGree's there again. Mucks up their squad number and a name on the back of the shirt. So Ashkenazi just has a blank shirt, sadly. They, I think, are aware of the root cause of that. It just hasn't made it to a fix yet. But Riley McGree is having the game of his life right now. Just dominating the defender. They got the run on it. Manolas just didn't know he was coming. We lead by 2. Got a free kick. And we'll try and finish them off with a third. Said that I wanted to score some more goals and concede a few less. And well, so far, this is going according to plan, isn't it? It's not the best of crosses, to be fair, trying to find someone in the middle. Nor is that the best of apparent attempts to try and clear a header. Johan Wissa into Mateusz Bogusz, who's come off the bench here. Former Leeds man. Samu Costa spread out wide to Masuaku. See the runner, Luis Muriel. He's got Johan Wissa forward with him too. And some more support now. Itakura does well, and Lewis Ferguson will clear the ball away. Ashkenazi will look for Riley McGree on a hat-trick. I don't think he's ever done that for me, but he's not going to be able to score a hat-trick or even create a goal-scoring chance from where he was. And Teka over the top looking for the run at Ben Brereton. It deflects awkwardly, but the keeper deals with it. I'm going to make some changes. I'll take some players off that I'm going to want to play against Watford. So Lucero is going to get his chance to come on here and have a part to play. Lena can come on for Iago, and I'll bring Kassoon on as well for Billy Gilmore and move Riley McGree into a central midfield position. Right, 2-0 up, 22 and a bit minutes to go. Might even be more than 2-0 up if they keep doing that. West Ham. Oh, deflected and over the bar. No, just a terrible shot. Still 2-0. Samu across the Robert Scoe. Arsenal have scored, but they're only pulling it back to 2-1 against Wolves. Sambi Lakonga. Ball lofted in, and Koretsky does well. 6 minutes to go, and the game is definitely over now. We won't see a comeback of Brighton proportions from a 2-0 positive situation from us. Kassoon, I'll try and squeeze that through there to Lucero, who's left-footed, so I could go for goal. Manolas steps in nicely. I would love a clean sheet. Obviously, at the minute, it's not going to matter if we don't get it because they won't score 2. But clean sheets are what we need to do to take this side forward in the league and genuinely start to challenge in the top half and potentially for a European spot. We need to make that change. We've stopped losing games, which is good for our overall league position. Oh, excellent effort. Good save. Now we just need to start winning more games. We've done a lot of drawing this year. Not quite as much as Chelsea, mind, but we've done a lot of drawing this year. Van Ersden's up. Mason Holgate's there. And that will be game. A 2-0 win away from home against West Ham. Great result. Especially considering how strong their starting lineup was there. Players like Luis Muriel are very, very good. But we've held our own there and performed admirably. Gotten a great result. Newcastle United win at Old Trafford. Wolves win at the Emirates. Some of the big sides this year are stumbling quite awfully. Riley McGree had the game of his life, and I couldn't have asked for more from him on that particular match day. But we're going to have to go again. We defended really well, and that gave us the platform to push forward and get the result. With the game against Watford coming in just a couple of days' time, we're going to need to bounce back. Hopefully we can build some momentum. Like, when the games come thick and fast, if you're on the up and up, then hopefully you can keep that going. If you're on the down and down, you tend to just get worse and worse. We'll make a couple of changes for stamina here. Muhaid can come in, who's performed admirably so far when needed to. And Kayusta can come in. Riley McGree certainly deserves to keep his starting spot, so will do. Outside of that, I mean, I don't think I should change anything. Ennis Bardi for Caden Clark, maybe. We'll leave it for now. Right, Watford, who were, I think, bottom of the table prior to the first match day at least. Hopefully, they're still underperforming. Watford, Pontus Dahlberg in goal. Sarr, Calero, Lewis Webb and Adam Messina as a back four. Joey Fearman at CDM. Pussetto, Isiti, Lauser and Mark Brighton with Quadwo Bar up top. There are a lot of unfamiliar looking teams in the Premier League this season. There's been a hell of a lot of transfers go through in the 3 and a bit seasons that we've done so far. A lot of the teams have made massive changes. Not the big sides seemingly have the majority of their squad still there, but other sides trying to catch those big teams, making a lot of transfers, trying to turn their size fortunes around and just improve at as many positions as possible. Watford definitely haven't improved that much because they were and or are still bottom of the Premier League, but they're going to try and put us under some pressure early doors here. Lauser with a looped delivery. The keeper will come and will claim it well at the expense of Kassoon, who got flattened. Just telling everyone, calm down, it's all right, I'm under control. Right, back-to-back clean sheets, yes please. Driving, Ennis Bardi turns well, forward to Enteka, looking quickly here for Riley McGree. Bit of space, Riley is having the game and episode of his entire career. Oh, that is a belter! I need to see a replay, please. You will not see a better goal than that this season. You will not see a better goal than that this season from anyone. The space to bend it, and oh, how did he? Superb goal. We've tried that a couple of times for Riley so far this season, and they've kind of gone all the way over there. This one, perfection. Oh, we lead. Driven across to Jayden Bogle. Letting fly with... Whoa! Speaking of letting fly, Jesus Christ. Kayusta into Randy and Teka. It's Ennis Bardi. It's 2-0 Chesnoid FC. I don't quite know where this form is coming from, but we are unplayable at the minute, apparently. Nobody can deal with us. Watford have been terrible this season. West Ham are underperforming. We may well get put in our place in the third game against Chelsea. But, oh, I mean, we're doing what we need to in the games against those that are underperforming below us in the table. This is beyond my wildest dreams of what could potentially have happened in today's episode. We could be... Oh, we could have been in for a third. But Itakura just outmuscles him. And we're dominating West Ham and Watford today. I can't tell you how it's happened, or why it's happening, or what I've done differently, because I don't feel like I've done anything differently. But I'm speechless. Not used to this with this team. Where's it come from? Used. Ennis Bardi. Bit of space out wide for Riley McGree. He is the man of the moment, isn't he? What moments they've been. Jayden Bogle delivers the cross. Can Nteka get to that? He can't. Sarr will clear. Can Riley get to that? No, but we will recover the ball. Kayusta finds Ennis Bardi. Here's Billy Gilmore. Can he have a go? Ah, not quite the same sort of finish. He's seen his teammates do it and he's thought, I can do that. Sorry, Billy. No, you can't. Thierman through the gap to a City as Watford look for, well, what would probably only be a consolation goal. Kassoun somehow manages to come away with that, but the pass is poor, looking for Billy Gilmore. Not been able to just run up and run off with it as I hoped we would. And Cassidy's in here, Ryan Cassidy, with the opportunity. Itakura in the way, and Kassoun just has the pace to get there. So that'll be game. We'll loft that forward, and time will tick away now. Referee, blow your whistle. Thank you. A 2-0 win away, followed by a 2-0 win at home. Ask and you shall receive. Maybe I should give some sort of spiel at the beginning of each episode, the way that I did today, and the results will follow, because they have done today. Doesn't always go that well for me when we set out what we want to do in an episode. I mean, even yesterday, we set out what we wanted to do, and it didn't go the way that we wanted it to. But similar responses in the questions to what we said in the last game. We just replicated the quality of performance and were able to get the same result. Chelsea next. We get a full week's break, or at least almost. That is a full week's break before the Chelsea game. So we will be back ready and raring for action by the time we get there. We're up in 7th. Chelsea are 10th. Still have drawn 2/3 of all the games they've played this season. But we've won more than we've done anything else so far this year. We're 4 points off 5th. 5 points off 4th. A long way off the title though, but our aspirations aren't quite that high so far in this save. But maybe next season, who knows, the way that things are going this year, but with extra football to potentially be played by maybe qualifying for Europe. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, shall we? Let's really not get too far ahead of ourselves. Chelsea next. Chelsea then. Edouard Mendy still between the sticks. Upamecano, Reece James, Jene, Kounda and Chilwell at Chelsea. Havertz and Mason Mount holding. Federico Chiesa, Alexander Isak and Callum... I don't know why I struggled there. Callum Hudson-Odoi out wide. So Chelsea want Kounda in real life. Chelsea have gotten Kounda in FIFA. They've made that transfer come to life. Let's see if he's actually any good at Stamford Bridge, shall we? Chelsea having an indifferent season. Not winning many. Not losing many. Drawing most. Let's see if anything changes here. Jesus Christ, Alexander. Calm your tits. Mason Mount. Back to Jene. Kai Havertz has come to pick up possession. They're playing quite aggressively with Kai in a centre mid role. They've not got much in the way of defensive solidity there. I guess they're just relying on the fact that they've got 5 defenders. Because neither Mason Mount nor Kai Havertz really have that much defensive instinct nor technical ability when it comes to actually putting the tackles in. Kounda doing well to step in there. So maybe we might be able to have some success going forward in this game. But certainly it's going to be a challenge to deal with them defensively. Callum Hudson-Odoi and particularly Federico Chiesa is going to be really difficult to deal with. But if they're going to push those wing-backs forward, then we will look to get in behind them. But we're going to have to do better than that if we're to do so. Villa now winning at Old Trafford, or leading at least. Man United falling apart lately. Oh, look at the press. Look at that press. Jesus Christ, that was difficult to deal with. And Isbardi, yeah, I was going to say, doesn't stand a chance really of winning many headers. Jules Koundé isn't the tallest of centre-backs, but he's certainly tall enough to deal with Mr. Bardi. Nice tackle by Van Ersden. And like we mentioned, not sure that Kai Havertz and Mason Mount are the 2 central midfielders to have to be defensively solid. Kassoun trying to get past Upamecano. Can't do it. I'm not sure if there was a foul in there, referee. Going forward, they will be difficult to deal with, Chelsea, with balls like that being sprayed from central midfield. But if they push too much with that press, we'll pick them apart. We tried to do that with Leeds and couldn't quite see it through yesterday. If anything, we actually almost lost the game against Leeds yesterday. But we certainly should have done better than we did. And we hope to do better than that today. But this isn't going according to plan so far. Van Ersden out to Iago. Trying to stretch their midfield too a little bit. Havertz and Mason Mount haven't really been in the right place at the right time for the majority of the game so far. Not that you would have expected them to be. Randy Nteka, bit of space on the edge. Good save by Mendy, trying to channel his inner Riley McGree there, Randy Nteka. He's done excellently to win that ball back, but the referee says that he did so illegally. He just used his physicality to just nudge the other guys out of the way. I don't think there was actually a foul there. They just need to get on the weights. 0-0 at half-time at Stamford Bridge, but we are scarily close to 3 straight clean sheets at the minute. Chelsea not really offered much. Norwich are winning again. City are winning again. United are losing again. This league table is going to look really, really, really strange by the time we get to the end of this season if it continues in the manner in which it started. Again, shockingly, Chelsea look like they're going to get a draw from a game of football in the Premier League this season. 10 from 15 and probably, as things stand, 11 from 16. Just can't. It's not like they're losing either. They just can't seem to win or lose. They just... Oh. Oh. Well, I thought that Riley McGree's goal might have been goal of the season for us and would have been up there for the league as well, for the Premier League's goal of the season. That from Federico Chiesa, I think has just trumped it. The movement, because he's jinked past the man in the process as well, and then unleashed that strike. 2 goal of the season contenders in today's episode. 1 for me, 1 against me. Maybe Chelsea won't draw a game. Maybe they'll win one. Bloody hell. That goal deserves to win any game of football. I just hope that we can deny Federico Chiesa the tag of game-winning goal. I have to work a little bit harder though, because we have not really worked Edouard Mendy that much so far. Try and squeeze that tennis body, but I can't. And Leeds have equalised against Manchester City. Vardy quickly to Riley. Oh, that's a lovely turn to beat the defender. We'll look for the right back and not find him. We'll still try and get it to him. We have done well. And it's a lovely run by Riley McGree. He's in behind here. I just need the teammate to play it to. Oh, just too many men back there for Chelsea. In the end, lovely ball and run by Riley McGree to get in behind. The ball from Jayden Bogle was exceptional. But we still haven't found that equalising goal. And there's less and less time to try and get it as the minutes tick by. Federico Chiesa is destroying me on the right-hand side of Chelsea's front 3 at the minute. Even when you do get the ball off him, you don't get the ball off him. Oh no, this is going to be 2. 2-0 the scoreline of choice apparently today. This time it's against us. Kunda forward to Kai Havertz. Across to Upamecano. Havertz, they will look for a third. We weren't able to find one in our earlier 2 games. Chelsea going to try and get that third, and Koretsky will deny them. Really is the scoreline of choice today, apparently, by 2-0. In the battle of CFC versus CFC, it's the original CFC that come out on top rather than the new boys on the block. We have the Liquidator as our walkout music as well. But unfortunately, it's the boys in blue rather than us in our changed away strip of white that get the result. And to be fair, on the balance of play, I have to give them it. They deserved it. Man United equalised against Villa. City do end up winning. Norwich extend their lead over Southampton and are above us again now. The league table still looks pretty healthy for us though. Arsenal 3 points behind and their goal difference is better than us, so we will drop to 10th if they win that game in hand, which is against Liverpool, so they might not win that game in hand, actually. So as we round out the month of December tomorrow and head into the January transfer window where plans are still unsure, we've Fulham, Leicester and Manchester United that stand in our way. Some unfamiliar sides further up the table. Some more familiar sides lower down the table still in this Premier League season that is just not going according to plan for a number of teams. Leicester 19th. Spurs 15th. West Ham, who were very good, 16th. Arsenal still 11th. Chelsea only now up into the top half in 8th. City have recovered very well from their poor start and are now 3rd. Liverpool lead the way, but Everton in 2nd. Wolves in 4th. Newcastle in 6th and Norwich in 7th. Even ourselves in 9th. Not going as you would have expected it to this season in the Premier League. I don't know if we'll keep this up. If we can do again what we did today, tomorrow, 2 wins and try our best against the big team, then we have to be happy with the progress we're making. And maybe more progress will be made in the January transfer window. The board are certainly very happy. And that's the most important thing, because it's been more in the red than it has even the neutral grey so far in this entire save. But the board love me right now, and I'm glad they stuck with me. Hopefully you guys are too. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow as we round out the year of 2024. Ta-ta.